examples that I found that I keep on using, and more spectacular examples, and just to show you.
Yeah, pretty much. I gotta make sure I get this thing done real quick. This is like just an art, just like a little video prototype that I'm making still,
This beautiful Stone Age club,
and
it looks like something out of
I'm only
Flintstones.
going for functionality. I know it
I'm
works,
going to show you how they ring like
so I'm
bells,
not going to
because I can't
trip
carry
on
these
nothing
with me all
else,
over
but
the
on the
world.
fact that it
So a quick
works.
demonstration how these stones ring like bells.
I'm not gonna
I've
try
just
to make it
discovered
stand up on
that
its
in
own,
geological terms, these stones, this
but I
particular
am working
stone
on a leg
in South Africa is
and
also known as
this
ringstone
exoskeleton
for a
leg
very specific
piece.
reason. And to ring these, I'm going to
It's
use my
going to
brand
be
new
a
tool that
thigh,
I
and
just
then I'm gonna have
collected about
the
a week ago.
shin
This
guards
phenomenal,
set up for it too.
absolutely phenomenal artifact. And I'm going to
And
use this
soon after that,
to ring these stones.
I'm gonna have
This
the other
we always
the other
joked when I
side taken
found
care
this,
of.
this looks like a Stone Age guitar. And it's pretty much like that, you know. And I'm going to show you that it is very closely related to a musical instrument.
Pretty much,
In ancient times, for very specific reasons.
on
Now, you
a
might
nutshell,
think that the stone shape is just accidental and that it broke off or something. You'd be mistaken, because I've collected probably about
this is
4 or
the
5
first one.
stones that are very, very similar in shape.
See,
Very similar carving structure. There's broad base
leather,
and down to a narrow tip. And
blue
somebody
foam.
removed this particular
The side I
piece
want to
of
eventually
stone
be able
over
to put
there
on
for
like
specific reasons, as
Kevlar
you can
resin
hear,
fiber.
which I'll ring
I'll
a
make it
little bit
real
more.
nice right
They
there.
ring like bells. But it's also important
But
to note that
this
you
one's
cannot
done.
carve or chip the
Let's start working
stone.
on the next one.
It will splinter and fragment, and it will not be chipped or carved. Okay, so these
Pretty much.
shapes that we see here must have been molded in some way.
I did not take this one apart when I should have,
And this is why.
because I have all this leather tying together. What I had done, I made some other pieces, and I had each one do something a little slightly different for me. Serve a completely different purpose outside of being parts of an exoskeleton. But that's okay. So now I just got to untangle all this because I have it tied in multiple knots all over. Just so all this stuff can stay tied onto it. So now I have to undo all of this. You know, but that's okay. That's gonna get done too.
I can actually feel my fingers underneath are deadening the ringing because I'm holding it and it's deadening some of the effect. There we go. That's better. That's what you want. You realize that this thing really rings like a bell and it reverberates for quite a long time.
Add an onk to that, it'll probably ring 3 times as long.
And I'll show you that this is not the only one. Here's the other one. The Stone Age club. And I drove over this myself a few times, driving up the mountain of the forest road, and eventually I stopped and picked it up because I realized this is one of the most remarkable tools.
Yeah, now I can do what I gotta do with that one.
And it is very heavy. I'm out of breath because I'm holding my breath not to make a noise. And this thing weighs probably about 15 kilos, so...
Almost 30 pounds.
And there you go. Demonstration how these stones ring like bells. And they were used in all kinds of ways and fashions, just like the ankh, to create specific vibrational frequencies and specific notes to use as a form and a source of energy.
I don't have everything exactly the way I need it, but that's perfectly fine.
Yes, we did. We measured. There were not those two. I haven't tested those two. But somebody emailed me. I get thousands of emails. Somebody emailed me saying that's a B flat, I think. That is very important, but it's just not enough time to go through all this stuff. So. And then all these anomalous tools I've been collecting and finding. Strange tools. Once again, some of them are these cone-shaped tools, always to these points. And then this stone phallus. Stone phalluses seem to be very popular in these ancient times. What's important to note, see how the patina has covered all of them, remember? Somebody must have carved them or shaped them at some stage, and they're all covered in this brown patina. Okay, keep that at the back of your mind. This is at the top of the big ruin, on top of the mountain there, that's spectacular, whatever that is, a bird-shaped stone, or there's a whole other link to the Zimbabwe birds that is in here, but can't go there. These strange tools and artifacts that are just spectacular, that make no sense to us today, because it's not part of the normal archaeological, stuff that they exhibit. And then the most spectacular mystery in all of archaeology, the sacred stones. The special sacred stones. Hundreds of thousands have been found in southern Africa. Now, because we had a breakthrough energy conference, you'll automatically notice that they resemble a torus shape. So I'm giving you a little hint as to what these are for. But in South Africa, the Archaeological Society has it as a logo, and they will still teach you that these are weights for digging sticks. That the people made them in the hundreds of thousands when there were only a few thousand hunter-gatherers, because this is from the Stone Age, right? So there were no metal tools. They made this with other stones because they needed weights for their digging sticks when they were digging for roots in the veldt. I can't think of anything more insane. These people should be locked up.
Yeah, they'll see all kinds of stuff about us.
Among all these ruins? And this is where
We're smart, and we still are.
Adam's calendar. It was rediscovered in 2000.
The world keep us asleep. They'll keep us asleep.
Because this is one of the most spectacular discoveries in all of human archaeological history. These are the two central calendar stones. Baba Kreda Mutwa, the preeminent African shaman, told me when I saw him there, you can see Adam's calendar, my other book lying on the desk. When I showed him this book, he burst into tears. And it took quite a while to calm himself down. He said he never thought he'd see that sacred place again. He was initiated at this place in 1937 as a young shaman, and he calls it Inzalo Yelanga, or birthplace of the sun. Specifically the S-O-N, not S-U-N, because it is believed by the shaman that this is where the gods created humanity, birthplace of the sun. That's what it looks like on the helicopter. Circular structure, that is north, that is south, not the trees, the stones under the trees. They're the two central calendar stones, and over there you see a wooden pole, that's where the stone man used to stand, and right from the stone man across there, across the Horus bird lying there, which you'll see, we're looking east, exactly east at the rise of the sun. On the edge of this cliff, which is known as the Transvaal.
Yeah, once we get done making these,
north, exactly north, between the two stones, you can see north-south
like almost all the parts I need for the exoskeleton.
And why is it a calendar?
I'm gonna know what I need to make for an actual one that I can do melee battles with.
Why it's a calendar, and he did all the original calculations when he rediscovered it.
That's gonna be the one that I actually gonna rock around the most.
From the summer solstice on this side until the winter solstice on that side, and it comes back. So it's still an accurate calendar, and one of the few that I know. I can't think of any others that do this. Monolithic calendars, Stone Age calendars. This is a 3D reconstruction that we did.
There.
Putting the stone man back in his place. It was removed in 1994 by the Minister of Environmental Affairs. To put a plaque on it to commemorate the opening of the
It's
Blue
about to be
Soil
number
Nature
2,
Reserve.
and don't worry all this stuff. This is just like plastic over it. See?
And then they try and prevent us going there because
Just
we bring
plastic.
tourists there. We're desecrating the place. And there you have, looking out east from the stone man across the calendar stones, very distinct Horus stone, looking at what? 3 stones that seem to align with those pyramidal structures over there that are aligned with the rise of Orion over there. But you'll see
This isn't really gonna take long since I cut everything out already.
I'll look at anything because you can't date
And
stones.
bent
So
most of all the parts and
do what the guys
punched the holes in them. punching the holes in them is one thing, and then just put the padding in the parts that I need padding in the most right now.
Known as dolerite. It doesn't belong there. It is now categorically proven and shown from geological studies that those stones do not belong there. They were brought there by somebody to build the calendar site. That's the edge of the Transvaal escarpment. It's known as Black Reef Quartzite, and it's full of gold. There's a gold mine underneath that ridge, actually, an ancient gold mine. The erosion, that piece there broke off there. That's the erosion on the tip of that ridge.
Okay, one,
most geologists have
two.
suggested to me, pick a number about 50,000 years.
So I have 2 thighs now.
So 50,000 years.
Time to work on the calves.
Right, so now we